Well, as well as that lot popping in for a chat, we've also got some great topics to get our teeth into as well. Coming up at 1 o'clock, is it selfish to grandparents? If you leave having your children to later on in life, that's a subject that really struck a chord with a couple of us today. Find out our baby regrets, that's what we're going to call it, a little bit later on. Now, back to our Flashback Friday theme, and have you guessed who we are yet? Any thoughts?
This could be terrible.
And do you can shout it out. Yeah. There we go, yeah, I'm Cher. And me.
I tell you what, David Essex popping in, she's popping out.
And of course, you are.
I never knew how to say the name. Agnetha.
I think
yeah,
so,
or
yeah.
Abba, yeah.
Yeah, just call me Aggie.
This obviously getting all dressed up today got us sort of thinking about how we looked in the 80s and the 70s and what have you. This is how I wanted to look. I had a perm in the 80s. I was a really poor quality version of Cher. In my head, I looked a little bit like this.
Andrea, you look stunning.
You do. You look amazing.
Let me tell you now, if I had that figure is to die for. Looks amazing on the screen. In the flesh, there's not one blemish.
You've got to wear that home for Nick tonight.
Oh, yeah, well, that was my perm back in the 80s.
You're still cute.
I know, yeah.
You are. How did you do it?
What about you guys? How did you look?
What have I done to deserve this today? Can I just...
Let's get a picture of Kaye up. Come on. Oh, there we go.
Do you know what? I loved that jumper. I remember that jumper. I wish I hadn't thrown that out. I loved that jumper.
And the one earring. Fashionable to wear the one earring then.
Funky to the end.
You were quite serious and intense, weren't you?
Yeah.
In the 80s.
Is that you? Is that you interviewing Margaret Thatcher?
That's my mum.
Wow,
That
what was she like?
Margaret back in the day.
What was she like?
She was a really incredible figure. I was about 23 in that photograph, and it was just sheer luck. Well, I don't know, however, I ended up interviewing her at 10 Downing Street. Really odd experience. I was actually sick in the taxi on the way there. Somebody said to me, did you have a hangover? I didn't. It was just pure nerves.
Yeah.
And then you were allowed to walk up Downing Street at that time. And so I walked up Downing Street, knocked on the door. Is Margaret in? She's coming out to play. And then she was hiding behind the door and she showed me... And I was a bit of a lefty, not surprising anyway. And I'm going to tell her this and I'm going to tell her that and I'm going to tell her the next thing. And within 2 minutes, I was like, yes, Mrs Thatcher. Oh, Mrs Thatcher.
Was it a good interview?
It was the worst interview in the history of broadcast television.
Because you were so nervous.
I was so nervous. Oh. All I said, apart from the first question, was, and that was it. But I got a good look around 10 Downing Street.
That's great.